Pascual with us. She is the CEO of Collabwith and author of the book Innovation and Collaboration in Digital Area. You can see all our other roles in the slide that she's presenting right now. So we'll have her speak about community engagement. So how to grow your community and maintain them, and how do you get even started with the whole thing. I understand that it's going to be a very interactive session. So I hope that everybody is going to participate and support Yara and making this as a very useful and interactive session. So take over, Yara, if you.
Thank you, Smitesh. So like today we have this workshop, 2 hours. So how to create a community to grow your innovative startups, no? And why communities are very important for the growth. So well, as Mateus already introduced myself, but as a note, I am telecom engineer. So all the trainings I am doing about innovation and collaboration are very practical as well about innovation ecosystems, very structured in frameworks. So today we are going to see why to create a community, how to create a community, how to maintain a community, how to translate your community into business. So how to coordinate the community, and as well after we are going to see the differences or the complementary aspects of innovation community versus innovation ecosystems. So, and then we are going to deep dive into innovation ecosystems, because when you are a startup entrepreneur, you are bringing an innovative solution into the market. So you have to coordinate the ecosystem to do this transformation in the market. And then the mindset you need for innovation ecosystems. So we go with the first one. And as we mentioned from the beginning, it's very interactive session. So we have some homeworks after a little bit of theory. So I hope you have with you a paper or notebook and a pencil, because it's very important, like you take, all these learnings and every exercise we are doing now, you are taking for your business right away. Like you have already a framework in written, and then you can start tomorrow to implement it. So here is why to create a community for your startup. So you have here some examples of social media where these examples are the most visible of communities. And you see here different type of businesses. So you have the European Space Agency, and you have some kind of marketing agency. So to see, and some, I think, yes, in the corner is La Fresh. Yeah, it's like very innovative clothing brand. So here you can see what does it mean community in one of the aspects of the community. And it's not only the number of followers, but as well how you engage with them, how you communicate with them. And in here in these 3 different businesses, you can see as well how even if it's a high-tech, startup, or is very horizontal business startup, like here is marketing, but you can have a very into digital platform or AI, which is very horizontal to different businesses. So how you can translate this into educational content and sometimes entertaining content to engage with your community. But why to create your community? 1, you see the points here in pink, maximize the development of your business. 2nd, use communities to grow your business. And 3rd is not only watching, but you have to be an active member as well of your community to create the future, of give and receive, which are at the end are the core of every community. And why all of these? First, you can create communities via email only. You can create via social media. You can create using platforms for community. You can create communities based on innovation ecosystems, Or you can create communities based on associations, which could be industrial associations or research associations or NGOs or foundations. So the first question as well, like pen, notebook, is to reflect now. Why do you want to create a community? So now you can answer this in your paper, but I would like to know as well in the chat, because then is when we can discuss this. And if you want to jump and to talk and explain why do you want to create a community, before the workshop, before anything, or because I read an article in Forbes, or because someone told me like I have to do a community or whatever, why when you are coming here to this workshop, why do you want to create a community? So you can answer as well yourself, but as well in the chat, so we can discuss and learn from each other. And I don't know if Elisa, when you want to do that as well, exercise, you can as well answer into the chat. Interesting. When is saying to think outside the box when it comes to target audiences? Yeah, to do this type of different marketing, no? So it's very important, like at least to write yourself, for you, like this exercise will be, your next strategy for this year. Oh, we have some Q&A. Okay, we have someone saying, I am with the police department. I want to build trust again. So to create a community to build trust. Yeah, that they can write in the chat. I think via questions, maybe Q&A. Jasmine said because the chat is disabled. Yeah, so maybe you can answer via the Q&A box. Yeah, because I think that's the functionality of. Okay, Smith is saying, I am interested in open innovation, and it is often good to have a pool of people who I can reach out. Okay. So here you are mentioning as well as important, like this give and take and give, this kind of support community. Ilaria said, I already have a community that hasn't been taken care of, and I want to work to increase the sense of belonging and participation. Okay. Talipian is saying for more successful, stable cooperation in business. And then we have Anonymous. Is there a slider or similar join a bit late? No, I think because the chat is disabled, you cannot see the answers of others. So that's why I am reading the answers, so you can, see what the others are saying.
I'm very sorry about this, by the way. I'm trying to fix it.
Okay,
but it's not simple to do.
Yeah, I think it's because the webinar format of Zoom. So Ignacio said closer communication, which facilitates to know the needs of our customers. Exactly. Yeah, the part of co-creating with them and for them. Yeah. And then we have Xavier, R&D project-wise, it's very common to build communities around the technologies and services, develop user feedback testing. Yeah, exactly. But Xavier, I think it's as well important to think how to give back to them, how to give them, not only to take from them. And I don't know, yeah, so let's see how these user communities, how, of testers or something, how to get them more involved, and not only when you need them, but to follow up. So the other is how to create a community on social media. And this is the first thing I think we did now with the first exercise, and you have here some other questions to reflect, because that's the basics of the community. You have to have super clear these 3 points. One is the purpose. So now you describe why you want to create a community, but as well, you have to redefine a little bit more why them, why they have to join your community. So that's as well the purpose. Like, it's not only your purpose, but as well is them, why they want to join. And as well the theme. So for instance, we had here like police, so the theme is police for tech, or what is the theme of your community? AI for police, or, as well as we had as well the open innovation community. So we have to focus as well on the theme. So you have to answer and work on this idea of the theme and the purpose. After the second point, very important on how to create a community, is the onboarding process. On social media, it's very easy, they follow you, but you can send as well private messages, the DMs about, oh, thank you for joining the community, or thank you for following us. If you need something, always you can think about onboarding processes. It's not only about platforms, but as well how you take care of them. Like, like it was a person here saying about the belonging. So this is here. It's not only on the theme and the purpose, like they agree on this, but as well how you onboard them, and this is how you can think about which kind of value you are giving them the first time they join, or which kind of welcome message, or what kind of action they have to do first, that you ask, because when they join the first day and the first week is very important. Like, they have to take action, they have to do something, because then it's increasing the sense of belonging and participation. So the other third basic part of creating communities, like we have to think now, is how you bring people together. At the end, the value of engagement, belonging, is part as well of, we can say, networking, but networking is more beyond networking. It's more like, because networking, I think sometimes is super superficial, is the sense of we are breaking silos down and we put people together like they never been together, because we care about this specific topic and we are here to help each other. So you have to bring them together somehow. So this is to think about the activities you need to do, to bring people together. So, and this is the exercise for you, pen, notebook.
Just
we have to write down.
Sorry, for those of you who are not following the chat is enabled now. So
okay, cool.
You could just use the chat now so that everybody can see everybody's answers.
Perfect, Gwen. So here is the exercise now. Like you can write your answer in the chat now. The theme of your community, the purpose for everyone, not only for you. Which kind of basic onboarding process you can do and think now, super quick, and how you are going to bring people together. So tick tack, tick tack. Okay, now you can write in the chat. So everyone, we can see the answers. So you can do it pen and paper. So you have all the whole strategy for today for you, and then now for everyone to discuss. Sometimes in the theme, you can have like a very core topic, and then to have more satellite topics. For instance, in my case on Collab with, I have collaboration, no? But I have as well collaboration, innovation, collaboration, entrepreneurship. You know, I have these satellites around collaboration. So this is as well, for instance, you have the police trust, no, but police what, you know, what are the topics around police, and as well open innovation? What, if you can redefine a little bit of open innovation for, you know, open innovation for, or R&D, no, like you were mentioning, okay, R&D for what exactly, you know, which kind of R&D communities you want to create. Okay, Emites, you have the hand. Yeah.
Yeah. Could you maybe give some example of like a community where you have defined a theme and a purpose, so we get some idea of what exactly is expected in the exercise, like some example?
Yeah, for instance, in my case, I was explaining the collab with, no? We have the theme is collaboration, but we have the co-satellite themes around collaboration for innovation, collaboration entrepreneurship, collaboration emotional intelligence, collaboration, you know. In the purpose, myself, we have at Collab with the purpose to bring people together to bring research to life, no, to do innovation with the research. And in the onboarding process, because we have a platform, then we have and everything counts, you know. At the moment they create an account, we have email about, okay, you have to, we have a message like we are going to verify your identity, like you have to confirm your email. So you will have as well emails to confirm your email, to welcome to the platform, like you are verified. We are giving you content about what to do first when you join the platform. And we are giving you an extra fee bonus guide on how to discover the needs for innovation. And after, I mean, this is only the onboarding. And always we have the option, if you want to, as an individual, if you want to have one-to-one 30 minutes conversation with us. And this is the onboarding process. So we have, which now we are doing a review. But then, for instance, then how we are bringing people together. One thing, as an example, is like we have these learning sessions where the people are bringing together from different countries and different areas and, you know, different type of users, and we are learning all together in a very interactive way. So they can connect and they can see each other. So this is, and we are trying to test different ways of bringing people together, but always in an online way. So this is one thing. So we have here some answers. So Jasmine said, theme prevention, purpose bring safety back to the community, and onboarding process, apply application, and then bring people together, community safety, neighborhood interest. Okay, so in the onboarding process of apply application, think a bit more, not only sending you a form with some names and that's all, but think about the experience, you know, of this onboarding, what they have to be first. So you invite them for the first community event, or you invite them to talk to one other people in the community. And Smithes is saying, theme, innovators interested in open innovation, purpose, sourcing ideas from external sources as well internal ones for problems you might be facing. Onboarding process, registration, email, login, see problems you might be interested in solving. So I suppose you have a question you ask them to see what is the thing they want to solve. And then people together, yearly forum in a physical environment, a Slack group, or daily communications. Yeah. So let me check if we have something. Okay, for instance, in the other cases we have for social media, let's go back to the first slide. Here in the space agency, the theme is a space, European space activities. The purpose of the ESA, of the space, aerospace, European Space Agency, is to disseminate a space, to make easy to understand a space for the community. So the onboarding, in this case, is very simple. You follow one, that's all. There is no process of onboarding. And I thought one university, I think the Vilnius Tech in Lithuania, if you follow them on Instagram, you have immediately a robot telling you, thank you for your comment. And you can visit this other website if you need more information or something. You can always automate these answers and bring people to another places, For instance, in the other Lala Social Club, the theme is marketing, and the purpose is to empower people with marketing skills, for instance. And then in the Last Fresh, this is very funny because it's a very high-tech cotton. They have the purpose of, for them it's very masculine. So they are asking of men who don't clean the clothes, and they are always clean. So it's very funny, but it's okay because they want the community that, the people who are always clean, but they don't clean the clothes, to save time and because, more practical. And that's the theme. And then the purpose is to increase this kind of empower men in this case to, to be cool. No, I mean, like always you have this and always how they bring people together. They have always a platform like you can buy always before they produce the clothes. So they have this kind of community. They have a lot of emails and they have a lot of parties in the different locations. They have a store. So it's quite interesting. If you analyze now all the different communities, you can see what is happening. Yeah, we have in the chat. Yeah, Tapijan said, theme safe, fast, financial. Purpose safe meaning is both directional request and provide severies are more, I don't understand here. Fast meaning is don't any restriction in communication. Onboarding it should have some huge memory background for any operations. I think here you have to think not about your product, but more how you are going to bring people together to help each other, So we continue. So how to create a community? So why is because you want user acquisition. So you want members and potential customers to join the community because you are going to support them. And because this is bringing authority for your business. So here you have different ways to create, or technically to have platforms to create communities in a different way. So one is social media. And in social media, you can use YouTube, LinkedIn, Instagram, TikTok, Snapchat, Twitter, Mastodon, Reddit, which are more Twitter communities look like, Telegram, WeChat, or WhatsApp, or others. So in this case, you have to choose in which one you want to create this community. So for instance, one medical research group, they create a community on Twitter, but it's up to you as well which kind of social media channel is best for you. Then the other is send emails every week. So you have to choose the platform you want to send emails, and as well to collect emails from your community. So you can use MailChimp, ConvertKit, GetResponse, Sendinblue. So there are many, many, many others. So, but these ones are the most popular ones. Then the other is content creation. When you create content for social media, or you create content for your newsletters or for your Slack, you have to make your life easy. So here is where you can use Canva, which is amazingly super easy to use, very nice. Or PowerPoint, if you prefer PowerPoint, or Word, or Airtable. I don't know if you know Airtable is like something like Excel to share with everyone with a link. So very, very easy. Pinterest as well, you can use to create content, or Loom. Loom is a software like you can share webinars and presentations, and you can record yourself in a very nice way as well to answer people. If someone, you have a AI platform, whatever, and you want to answer a very complex question to a customer, you can use Loom to, to point like you are in a board, you have your product and you are there with your face and you are saying, here you can do this, here this, I can answer your question here if you do this and this and this. So it's a very nice tool to answer very complex and technical questions with your face and with your interface. So, and easy to share with your customers, for instance. So you have to think about content creation in a very 360, we can say, degrees of, it's not only an article or it's not only a post, it's content, is everything you can share with your community and with your customers. And then a lead magnet. So a lead magnet, I don't know if you know, is a we can say a resource, a content you share with your community to engage with them, but as well with your potential customers as a first point to join the community. For instance, it's very difficult to say to a person, okay, join my community, because why I have to join your community? What are you doing? Why it's useful for me? With the lead magnet, you are answering all these questions at once, plus you are targeting your customers and your community. For instance, in our case, or in the case of the ISA or something, I don't want everyone on Collabways platform, I want only the people who are interested on collaboration and bring research and collaboration with a company or with a startup. It's very specific. So how I can find these people who are very, very specific is to create a lead magnet, a PDF guide with 10 ways to collaborate academia industry. So because I have this lead magnet is 10 ways to collaborate industry academia, I know who is interested in this lead magnet is my customer. And I want them in my community. So take this kind of lead magnet, super mega strategic, a way to identify who is your really customer, to whom you are going to provide the most value, and who will provide the most value to the community. And then you can create this lead magnet with PowerPoint, Canva, could be a checklist, a guide, a trends list, or how to, or a very technical explanation, you know, on how to discover which kind of AI is best for your business, you know, or how to build trust if you are a policeman and you want to use high tech for your investigation or something, you know, very, very specific. Like you are identifying your customers and the members of your community. So, and then the other is like how to create a community. You can use as well on the community's platforms like Slack, like you mentioned already, Discord, Facebook groups, LinkedIn groups, WhatsApp groups, Mastodon, Reddit groups, or in our case, we have the chat channels. But it's up to you because they are all super different. So Slack and Discord, but they are very similar. But then you have different ways of, you know, reading the information and engaging with people, which is completely different from Facebook or LinkedIn groups or WhatsApp groups. So here is when, you know, you have to choose the best platform for your community. And here we have another examples. For instance, we have Figma. So I am seeing here Instagram as well because it's super visual and you can get the point. So in Figma, they are always sharing examples of how to do TTTT with Figma. You know, here you have a tutorial and then you see the comments of the people which are more support, you know, like, how to do this, how to do this, you know, and there is a person behind answering all these comments about how to do this in Figma. So we have another digital platform. It's more like a client management software. I mean, like all-in-one thing for invoices and everything. So it's called Dopsado. And here you can see as well, they are doing how to do this, or they are sharing people using this platform. And they have questions and they answer as well. So they have as well this kind of support. So think of as well how you can use these techniques they are using on Instagram, for instance, on Twitter or Reddit or in another platform, you know, but it's more how you create content, how you want to engage with the community, how you want to onboard them, how you are going to have these debates and these discussions, you know, to get the feedback from the people and to provide value for them as well. So now you can do another exercise. So you get the pen and the notebook. Okay, choose your social media channel, the mail platform, the content platform, and the community platform. So write here down, you know, very easy. And then the other is which lead magnet you can create to identify your customer and your community members immediately. And you can write this in the chat as well. Look, you see, it's super practical, super mega practical, this workshop, because when we finish the workshop, you have a whole manual on how to create your community this year. You know, you can kick off already with this.
Shara, can you just quickly switch back to the previous slide as well? Yeah.
Yeah.
Just so that people. No, yeah, the one where you had.
This one?
Yes, this, yeah.
Okay, cool.
Jasmine, I don't know if you meant this one or if you meant the one with the images. I'm assuming you mean this one.
Okay, cool, Jasmine. Yeah. So you do have questions as well, you know, how to choose this one. Okay, we have the answer. So Smith said social media channel, LinkedIn, content creation, PowerPoint, very good. You can always do screenshots. You know? Lead magnet, why open innovation is important. Okay, I think here I will go more specific. So which kind of, you know, around the thing you can go deep into which kind of user you want to have in your community. So open innovation is important for, so I will go a next level more, I mean, deeper. So open innovation for defining new services, open innovation to increase the co-creation with the end user, open innovation to grow your business or something, you know, like something like this. Community platform Slack, very good. So when social media, LinkedIn, mail, frequency monthly, via mail, letter light, okay, cool. So that's a new thing. Content creation, Canva, community platform Slack, lead magnet, fact sheet. So which fact sheet exactly? So you have to go deep into, you know, fact sheet is like to do your accounts, for instance. I don't know. Okay. So when is still thinking? Yeah, could be a fact sheet. Like, could be download this template to your taxes or your VAT declaration every month. You know, if you want to. Infographic style. Yeah, you can do something like, for instance, I am now getting, depending of your community theme, but you can have an infographic like the meeting rules to have a super high performing meeting or something, you know. And then you have this kind of infographic, very nice with the rules, you know, to have a super effective meeting. Like, I think that's a very nice way, infographics as well with drawings, you know, to like they can put everywhere, you know, and you create yourself, for instance. So Constantino said social media, LinkedIn, okay.
Konstantinos, if you chat, make sure that you address everyone and not just the panel leads, because I don't think the other participants can see your answer.
Okay, cool. So to everyone. Constantino's content canvas, lead management, British 24 CRM. So this is for emails. I can see. So Yasmin said social media, LinkedIn, content creation, varies, yeah, whatever you have in you prefer. Lead magnet, safety guides, trends in policing, how to prevent crimes, community platform groups. Very good. Yeah, very good lead magnets. So Smith said for the lead magnet, how to manage open innovation in your organization, or a process A to C set of open innovation. Yeah, but go deep for you know, what is the benefits of the open innovation, you know, get a pain point. You will see later, you know, get a pain point of your users and add this into the lead magnet. Lead magnet, attractive service catalog. When then for so you have to get into super precise. We will see now several lead magnets. We'll see now of real life. So we can go next. Okay, how to visualize your community and get members. So this is a little bit more into the strategic. No, we have now the wider community, you know, the theme, the onboarding, social media, channels and everything, all the platforms we need. And then it's okay, how to do it, no? So you have create an email list. So what does it mean? You have to keep customers, they have to see you, they have to keep customers engaged, and they have to know you. So this is at least once per week minimum. So in some cases it's once per day, so that's sometimes too much, but this is one of the ideals. So always you can combine everyday post on social media, on your LinkedIn group, plus one per week email. So you have to create an email list. What does it mean? With the lead magnet, you get the email of the people, GDPR, opt-in, and then it's when you can email them. Even if they create a Slack and you have a Slack channel and you put the people into the Slack, you cannot email them for sure. So you have to create, that's why the platform of having mailing list, MailChimp, or you mentioned MailerLite or Britix24 CRM, you have to get the email and the okay, like you can send in emails. So that's why you have to create this email list, and you from social media, you can say, join my email list, join our newsletter, and then you can email them. So after it, you have to have this plan to email every week. After is the content creation. So you have to create the content to educate them and to inspire the users and your community members and your potential customers into something. So we are going later into this, but it's content creation. So you have to create the content. So you are visible for your users and your community. And then the lead magnet is very important. And everything of this is related, everything. You have the emails, you send the emails, you create the content for social media, for your email, and the lead magnet is bringing people to your email list, and you give value as well. So it's related to content. And this is, you have here some examples I put from other companies. You have this company, this is I found on LinkedIn, only for your example. So it's called Banta. I don't know what is this. So they ask for, get here a complaints checklist, whatever. I said, okay, let's try it, what this is. It's very good as well to now, investigate, on LinkedIn, you will find tons of these ads or articles about get a free ebook, get a free checklist for whatever. So everything of this is lead magnets, okay? And then you can follow now what they are doing with this, what they are doing with your email, After download this PDF with this checklist, I receive now every week an email, For instance, you can see this as well on websites. So you can put in your website this, get a copy of our free ebook, So this is a lead magnet example. So I did this, and now I am getting, so for instance, this. So instead of only the free ebook, I get free content on how to do marketing from this company. And one of these examples of content, we are now talking about content, like it's not only a post on social media, it's not, like we will see different type of content. I have these live shopping learnings and key trends from 2023. And this is a webinar, 35 minutes webinar I got for free when I joined this, in this case, So you can think about, depending on your customers and your community, how you are bringing more knowledge to your community. So like they are successful themselves because they are on your community. I think now, if you have questions, I think because it's a lot of information, I don't know how much you were into this planetarian community, experience and knowledge and everything and expertise. But I think we are getting into a lot of information already, super quick. So if you have questions before going to the next level, so let me know. So Smith, yes, please.
Maybe, I don't know if maybe you're covering that in the next part, but like oftentimes, at least when I speak about myself, I get irritated with people sending me emails, not just every day, but even every week. And there is often quite a drop off between people unsubscribing from your newsletters and emails and stuff like that. How do you deal with that kind of a situation?
Okay, very good question. Two answers. One, it's very good if the people unsubscribe. so the part of when you have unsubscribe, what does it mean? Like, it's a living, healthy email list, This is very important. If you have, what does it mean? Like, you are doing things, and you are triggering emotions and things into people. You want in your email list people like they are super fans of what you are doing. And they love what you are doing, as a company. So if they unsubscribe, well, it's sorry for them. They are not going to have your content anymore. So that's one thing. So it's a very positive thing, like take it as a super mega positive. And as well could be some kind of personal reason they have, it's not because of you sometimes. But it's a very good to have a living, join new, removing, like going back users in your email list is very good. The first question about the spam. So we are going into the next slide. But if you provide value, it's not a spam. They are waiting for your email, really, And this is the part of how you measure engagement. It's not the unsubscribe. The engagement is how much percentage of people open your emails and click your emails. The statistics are on the emails, 20% is already okay. I have in my emails cross platforms, all the emails I send myself every week, I have more than 55% of opening ratio. And click ratio is around, myself is around 5-10% of click ratio, which is huge, impressive huge. And it is consistent year after year, month after month, week after week. It's a lot. But if you have already 20, it's okay. What does it mean? But because I have a strategy to provide value, the value I analyze the people needs, and that's why they join our community, because they are looking for this value. We provide this value, and this is very important. Like spam is coming when you send, I don't know, things they don't need, or things for them they are not important, So I think it's very important, if you provide really value, you are not doing a spam. Or if the people say that is a spam, so they unsubscribe, and it's fine. So we have Constantino saying, the feedback we get about email newsletter is the same. There is a lot of emails reaching inboxes, so it's an overwhelming situation. You know what? I have another feedback from our users of the community. They say, Hara, I am only reading emails. Please send only emails. So it's completely different. I think it's related to the Smith's question. When you send an email with value, so you crack really the problem they have and how you solve this problem, versus if you send an email because you sent an email. When I kick off, my sending this type of emails or newsletters, it was like 3 years ago or 4, when, I don't know, pandemic, it's crazy with the time. So I think 4 years ago. And before this, I never sent an email. I only post on my blogs, websites, and that's all. I never sent an email. And because I was super afraid. I was afraid of how to contact the people that were in the community. or reading the article, whatever. I was super afraid. So I contacted one person. He was from one marketing agency, the number one in Europe. And I asked him, okay, I don't know how to contact my community members. I know they are there, but I don't know how to contact them. And then he gave me some tips, but as well, I am learning all the time about, how to understand what they need more in the ethnographic way. So we will see later. But this is the difference between spam emails or really high value emails, like everyone is opening, So how to maintain a community on social media? So here, why to maintain on social media or in your community platforms, across platforms? So we are getting engagement, authority, because they are coming to us to learn something. We educate the community and we get new users. So to do this is create educational content, short articles, post tutorials, how to do something, in the case of the open innovation, okay, how to create a team inside your company using open innovation techniques, for instance. You have to be open to collaborate cross department if you want to do open innovation, for instance. This kind of articles keeps educational content. For the police and trust is, I don't know, in this case, the police and trust, I am super, I don't know about this topic, but you can think about, okay, how you can educate, this content to police people to be more trustful or something, with the society. Other create a special content. For instance, once per week, you do a video interview or a podcast or a huge long editorial blog post doing a review of McKinsey reports or something, something very special, like you are unique doing this, something super special. The other thing to create content is to share news from others related to your topic. For instance, you mentioned the topic is like open innovation, building trust, R&D. So take your topic, look who is doing super cool things on this topic and share this with your community. And then you have content. The other is create a high value free content, like this kind of lead magnets, but you can do more, not only one. You can do every quarter we have a super high value content, or every week we have, depending on your resources, super high value free content. For instance, in our community, what is this? We put the strategy is every week, and we send out for free funding opportunities, a very curated 3-4 funding opportunities. And this is a high value because everyone is saying, I love this. I am already, I want this call you sent, or I want, it's something for them. It's a high value for them and it's free, but we committed to allocate resources to provide this high value for free to the community, for instance. And this is so high value, like, oh my God, I want to do more. I want to, something is super high value. In the case of sharing news from other communities, we do this via more social media in our channels, not in the email and not in the blog. You have to look, okay, which kind of channel platform I am doing, which kind of content. Create a special content, we do video interviews and podcasts. So in this case, we share, of course, emails, and we share in our social media everywhere because it's a special content. And then create educational content is everywhere all the time. So, and it's based on, for instance, in this workshop, I am taking notes, and based on your questions, I will create educational content, for instance. So this is how you can, in every conversation, you will see later, in every conversation you have, this is the content you have to create. So for instance, if now you were mentioning, okay, how I can create this leak magnet or the spam or unsubscribed emails or something. We are not in this marketing thing, but when talking about innovation ecosystem, so I will make an article or a content related to emails to engage the innovation ecosystem and community, like something like, don't be afraid of spam if you share value with your community or something, something like the people, they say, oh, wow, what? Like something like they can learn something from a tiny post. Okay, so before going to the next, we have here Smithers. I am wondering if clickbait and or treacherous title for emails might help with people actually reading stuff. Well, there is a lot of theory, Smithers, about the hook. No, what does it mean? Hook is the title, like they make people stop and say, I want to read this. So there are a lot of theories about title of emails, like I am, people already going far beyond what is ethical and asking, I am naked in the middle of, and the email is nothing to do with I am naked, but if you put I am naked, everyone is going to click in the image, and this is not ethical responsible, but this is depending on your personality. I think because you are a founder, you have your own business, you have to bring your personality across your business. And for me, this type of hooks or whatever thing, I don't like them personally. So I have 55% of opening ratio with the same title in the email. And it's not a joke. I think Elisa is in the platform and she's getting the emails every week. It's like week 4, double point, funding. Week double point, podcast. It's like video 09 double point innovation communities. It's like I am not making fancy hot topics or something because it's not my style. It's the same thing like I am not dancing on social media or Instagram or whatever because it's not myself. So even if we have to do something which is out of our comfort zone because we have to create communities, as well you have to relate to your personality, and what exactly you want to do and how you want to create content. So here this is an example of one platform project community / innovation ecosystem for space and aviation. So this is our strategy. And you will see here, it's a very nice drawing. That's why you can see and relate. We are creating out of content, but always we have an objective. We have user acquisition, user engagement, user interaction. And we have the CTA, which is call to action, what we want the user to do. So here we have the blue things, and then we have the website, and you see the blue things are the different touch points of our users community. So we have Mastodon, Twitter, we have Instagram, LinkedIn, we have policy brief, we have the platform, we have emails, we have papers in conferences, we have press, articles, events, videos, podcasts, employees and OneNote activities, and academy. So everything, every content we put in these specific channels has to go to one specific strategy, you see? So always in LinkedIn, policy, brief, press, Instagram, Twitter, whatever, has to have a call to action, always. And then some of the contents is an activity we are doing is for user acquisition, for new users, to engage the users and to make the users interact inside the community. And here we create this because I think it's very visible about what is important inside the communication and the different channels and all the relationship between them. So here is another part of our communication activities for an objective for the community. Okay, we have the call to action is join our waiting list in this case, use the platform, join our trainings, interact with startups and technology. So this is like the objective we have, step by step, you know. So you join, you use the platform. So here we have to make a lot of content and strategies, but this is the objective, use the platform, you know, join our trainings, you know, interact with others, you know, that's our objective of the communication all the time. So then it's time to an exercise. So again, take your pen and your notebook because you are writing your strategy now. So you have to make a decision now. Well, you can change after, but I mean, now you have to make a decision. A special content you want to create, you know, podcast, video interview, something. Educational content, in which topic you are going to educate. High value content for free, like you are giving, even if it's every week, every day, or every quarter, whatever. And media outlets related to your topic, like you are going to share news with your community. Yeah. So you can share this into the chat and you can work with your pen and your notebook. You know, looking at your communities, your users, your technology, you know, what you can do with this type of content.
Maybe yeah, again, maybe you can go back to the previous slides
Yeah.
as well, so that I have pasted the 4 things you want.
Yeah, this
into
one.
Yeah, and I've pasted the 4 things you want into the chat as well. So.
Yeah, thank you, Wen. And as well, if you have questions, you know, you can ask. When is saying special content interview with developers. I think we have as well. I think it's just mean for building trust. It's like maybe you can interview police, but people, you know. Educational content tutorial combination with information fact sheet. Yeah. Smith is saying special content, documentary style videos on successful open innovation programs, educational content webinars, very good. But as well, you can get Smith. One thing is always think about repurpose content, you know, reuse the content. For instance, if you have webinars, then you can use the text on the webinars to create posts, you know, or to share lessons learned or something. You know, one slide already can be a one piece of content only, you know. Constantino said, educational content, short video webinar of our solution. Think as well, not to promote yourself, but to help people. Okay, help people. Special content information blog post about main issues, pain points, very good, regarding our solution. Not only about your solution, think about the people, which kind of problems they have, them, you know, not only about you, but, you know, them. It's not about me, we, but it's you know, your potential customers. Because if not, you are making a huge distance, like, I am the best. I have these super cool features. I have all these super cool benefits. And then the people say, okay, very good, you are cool. What does it mean to me? you know. And this is the part of all the educational content and everything is like helping them. So Jasmine say, okay, special content, blog, video interviews, chat with chief, video, interactive conversation, high value, keep up to date with what is going on in the country and showing what we are doing to make us different and keep our community safe. Yeah, very good. I like the part of keep up to date with what is going on in the country. You know, and could be new trends or new tech to help you on the work of the police people. Super cool. And then here is how to maintain the community. You know, like one thing is the content, the education, you know, and then is, okay, how if you have already your Slack or your LinkedIn groups, you know, how you make the community, you know, interact and engage. So here you have 4 pillars. One is keep it nice mantra. You know, I think there is a lot of lack of niceness on internet. So I think if you stand out being nice, I think it's very important for your community. And this is how you can be like, when they join your community, it's like, we can now relax, you know, it's all fine, you know, everything is taken care of or something. And then it's how to translate this mantra of nice into actions and content, you know, how you can write educational content with this nice in mind. So the other is business. So the community is helping you to develop your personal brand and your business brand. And then you ask a question and the people help you, but you have to help them first, you know, when they ask questions. And the community is a very good feedback for your business or R&D project to grow and to improve. And like you mentioned, no, you want the community with this, but you have to give before you get back. And then it's how to translate this business brand into actions and content. After the actions is like ask questions, help others, you know, engage with the community, share what you know, you know, I say, I was doing this and this is not working, or if you are doing this, or I know this company doing this, maybe it's helpful for you. So like when you share, it's much likely that the others share with you. And then as well, you have this point of learning all together, you know, and maximize the value of all the learning and knowledge from everyone inside the community, which is the core of why you create a community, and has to translate this into actions and content, you know, how to help this, like sharing knowledge, you know. Then the values, because values of respect, you know, like you give a space to people to explain things, to support each other, to give, I did this in that way, maybe you can do this in that way, or I can introduce to someone, you know, giving value, getting value, like this kind of, how you can bring to the community the respect, active listening, learning from each other values, and you have these values very present when you are doing the community, but as well the community has to know, like, these are the values, why we are here all together, you know. So now is how to translate your community into business deals. And this is one of the things we were doing all the time, about how to find what our potential customers and our community members need. This is very important, because then is when you translate the community into business. If you understand this, you know. So you have here some points. One is understand the pain points of your community and customers. Talk about the pain points all the time. make Q&A sessions to talk about the pain points, not your product, Constantinos, not your product, the pain points they have. Explain how to use your solutions to solve problems. Here, yes. And offer your solutions. Okay, what is this? How to use it? Which kind of problem you solve? And how much cost? Because sometimes, there is this bias of focusing only on creating content. And then you don't explain what is your product, So to avoid this, because this is a very important balance, it's not we are doing this, we, but it's more about talking about them. But at the same time, in some points, not always, but in some points, you have to present, we have these services, we have these offers. Even if you have a very nice interview and you send this in an email, always say, and our product is doing this, contact us if you are interested, Has to be always visible there. Sorry, I think I have some, even if you have some super nice content, you have always to say, we are doing this product, or this is our offering, or that is our service, or because you are building the community, so you take this effort to invest on the community on creating this content, and that is why always is nothing for free. I think there is one person there with the, you can mute yourself or something. And then how to get to this point to understand the pain points. And this is super important. It's listen one-to-one. And then you can use this canvas here to get into the point what the people of your customers or your community members, they need exactly. What is the pain point? What is the thing they cannot sleep during the night, So, and this is not surveys. This is not questionnaires. You have to meet one by one. And they say, that's a lot of work. Yes, doing business successfully is a lot of work. And this is a very critical point because it's bringing to the whole communication strategy. So how you deal with the community, to engage with the community, and as well how to promote your services, you have to have this super mega clear. What are the pain points of your customer and your community? And this is worth one by one. So I have no time. So make 3 one-to-one every month or one-to-one every week. You have time for 30 minutes listening to your potential customer. Only listening, not selling, only, okay, what is the thing you cannot sleep today? What is what is killing your company now? This type of questions is giving you a lot super cool answers to base the whole strategy for your business. Then as well in the platform, you have this community platform, then you can debate and bring conversations about the pain points, not your product, Constantinos. Pain points. Yeah. And then you send content with solutions for these pain points. Interview with someone is solving the pain points. Or this PDF checklist guide to help them with the pain points, So now we can do this exercise. Who is your customer? For your super innovative solution. And where can you find your customer? This is very important. Because if you were thinking LinkedIn, but they are not in LinkedIn, so you have to, to go back and change. Maybe they are on YouTube, so you have to use YouTube. Or maybe they are in a specific community in Reddit because it's so freaky, like they're only in a community on Reddit, So you have to be there in that community. So very important exercise now. Who is your customer and where you can find your customer? Pen, notebook. You can use the chat as well to share who is your customer, where can you find your customer. And here you have to be super precise. It's not everyone, your customer, you know. You have the most precise you are, the super cool. And don't be afraid to be super precise, because when you target one specific target customer, the other customer, like maybe could be potential customer, they will see this and say, ah, why not me as well? So don't be afraid. I mean, like, you have to target your customer for the community and as well for all your content and communication. So Konstantinos, who, banks, venture capital, registered funds, where, sectoral events, webinars, social media channels. I think banks, VCs, registers, yeah, they are on Instagram and on LinkedIn. And the presidents of the banks, the decision makers, are on Instagram. Very good, Konstantinos. Yasmin, customer, citizens who are having issues with policing in the community. Very good, very precise. Where everywhere in the community, schools, grocery stores, gas station, Facebook. Yeah, very good. As well, this kind of ferines or this kind of street association or something. You know, you have specific places where they have the gatherings, you know, the meetings, Jasmine. So you can look at this. Town halls meeting, yeah. Okay, so like, I think we are technical here, no? So we need data to monitor our innovation community. So data, you have here some examples. You know, MailChimp, you have some examples here. You have Instagram, LinkedIn, you know, every platform that you have statistics. So, and you know, in LinkedIn, sometimes you have already visible, you have not to go to the stats tab. So it's very important, like, you follow not only the visible part, you know, like, share, comments or something, but as well, if the people enter into the community, no, the opening of the emails, if how many followers, how many engaged they are, you know, as well, the post views, you know, reach, search, appearances. So that is as well a very good metric. But this is what the platforms are measuring, you know, which is, and then you have to choose, okay, this metric for me is very important, you know, because even if they open the emails, but after you don't have contracts, paid users or something, okay, you know, there is not a match, or at least there is a problem in the middle. So you have to select which kind of metrics you want to measure. So we have these opportunities, you know, but as well, we have to think. So here I put some kind of a real example we are using for the Eurospace Hub, you know, these drawings I show you here. So here we have our metrics. So we have the communication performance KPIs, you know, total visits in the website, Instagram followers, LinkedIn followers, Mastodon, press mentions, podcast downloads, articles published, you know, as well the performance we have, research publications, events organized, attendees, participants, how many organized events, you know, policy brief. Then we have innovation ecosystem KPIs. You know, how many members we have, you know, and this is not, there is not Instagram telling you these metrics, you know, but you want to have these metrics for you. So even if they are manual metrics, you have to follow some metrics for your community, you know, to see if the community is working, because this data is giving you, okay, I have to work more in this part of the community, you know, I have to work more to bring people together, or I have to work more on the emails, or I have to work, and it's still, the data is telling you a lot of information on the health of your community. And then you have digital platform. Now, in this case, we have a digital platform, but you can have this Slack or community platform. And then there you can have, okay, how many people I registered? So if I have 100 followers on LinkedIn or social media, how many I have in my platform for the community, And then you have a lot of data there. Okay, so I have to do more content to drive people from LinkedIn on the Slack, for instance, So, but you have to put here this kind of KPIs for you are important to measure the success of your community, because it's giving you as well the strategies you have to create as well. So this is an exercise for you to think about now the KPIs you need to drive your business objective and which type of KPIs you need to drive your innovation community, and put them all together, because you have to have both visible for you. So this is the exercise now for you. The KPIs to measure the success of your business and the progress and the community. So I can put you like put the before slide, this is an example, but you have to think about yourself. So you can put as well in the chat. So the question now to work with the pen and paper is KPIs to drive your business and KPIs for your innovation community. When KPIs, engagement, rather absolute numbers, okay? So for your engagement will be a KPI of opening emails ratio or collaborations inside your community, You have to define what does it mean engagement for you. Comments in your post. Engagement rate on LinkedIn, views, share, comments in relation to total number of followers. Okay. Keep as well the KPI for your business objective, not only the community engagement. How you translate this engagement, in this case on social media, into business deals, in this case for innovation. So Jasmine said, KPI business, crime statistics, comments on social media. Okay. So be aware, Jasmine, like crimes, how much influence you have in the crimes of a specific area, like don't put like super high, almost impossible target for you, of these crimes is part of your responsibility, Yeah, exactly. Yes, yeah, because if not, it's like you will get frustrated very fast. Okay, what is a community versus an innovation ecosystem? So now we are entering in a phase, so we have 30 minutes to go through what does it mean an innovation ecosystem? Because you are doing innovation, you are doing a transformation in the market with your innovative solution. So you need the whole ecosystem to support this transformation. So let's go to the point. An innovation ecosystem connects the dots from physical to digital and from digital to physical. You know, you have this word about innovation is connecting dots. So innovation ecosystem is connecting local ecosystems, local people from different places to work all together to bring this innovation to the market. So here you have in the space, I took one of the examples of a space because in this sense, you have completely different startups and a spin-off from universities, very technical ones, you know. So in this case, you can see all the points of innovation ecosystem with people, organizations, you know, and you know they are there and how to connect all of them. So for instance, I like how the innovation of ecosystem of New Zealand is thinking. So New Zealand, because it's a very far away island, they're very far away of everything in the planet, they think global from day one. You know, now we were thinking about customers and communities. So maybe you were thinking about local communities, very close to you, but just have to think global. So maybe the person I need in my community is not in my street, you know, it's like in New Zealand, for instance, no? Or the person with this specific knowledge is not close by you, is very far away. So I think we have to break this bias on local and think more global, you know, from day one. As well in Canada, even if they are very close to the US and they are in America, you know, they are quite isolated. So the thinking they have in their own innovation ecosystem is like our customers are not in our backyard, you know. Again, it's breaking this local bias, like our customers, our community members are not here with us, could be everywhere. And this is the question, like, you know, which type of customers, but the location doesn't matter. And as well, you know, if you have a specific topic, you know, we have the police trust, the open innovation. In some cases, the topic inside your communities is very well known, you know. Everyone knows what you are talking about, which is very good. So you have other challenges, no? It's not like they don't know about what you are talking about in some cases. So then you have to define very good your ecosystem. And then you have to create this brand of authority, you know, for innovation, because when someone gets your innovative solution, they are doing innovation, you know. That's why this relationship of brand authority with innovation, even if you are talking about police, people topics, or R&D specific, or open innovation in general, when they are doing this thing you are doing, because you are bringing innovation to the market, you transform your community or your actors in your ecosystem into innovators. So this is very important to take care, you know, like everything we saw in the first phase of the workshop was how to do this, you know, how to create this brand authority, how to create this community. And now we are answering the question why and what does it mean for the whole transformation you are bringing to the market. Don't forget you are doing a transformation into the market. Yeah, because at the end we are talking about change. So here you're connecting everyone in your ecosystem to make a change at the end. And one thing is super important to know, like, you know, like not everyone is in your backyard, you know, like thank you to the internet. We have a lot of information. You can find everyone more or less here and there. But what does it mean digitalization is bringing this structure and easy to connect people and ecosystem. So you have to think about this. Yeah, there is a lot of things, but I have to use the tools. So everything we discussed about the social media networks, email list, community platforms, you know, everything you have in your hands to create this structure for your customer, you know, and to create all the ecosystem actors you need to bring this value to their customers. So why is important to structure the ecosystem? Why is important to create this community? Because you find the people you need, they can find you easy. It's very easy then to collaborate. It's very productive when you exchange knowledge, you know. So take into account, in the first part of the workshop, we did very practical. How, you know, daily operations is working. Tac, tac, tac. Here, and I start by this because you were looking for, you know, in this workshop for these operational tac, 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 things to do. But now is why we're doing this. Because you have to find the people and they have to find you. And you have to collaborate much more effective. In a community settings, it's much easier the collaboration to exchange knowledge, you know, learning from each other, exchange what you know, provide this value. And then you have this international connectivity, you know, you break the silos and the bias of local. And then is to create this brand authority, you know, and this is the part of the whole marketing, communication, content creation strategy, and why we are doing this. To break all the barriers, to involve the stakeholders we need, to co-create with them. We have to extreme the communication, you know, we have a lot of exercise every week, everyday content, you know, like how the PR, the press, media outlets, they can help you. You know, if you are sharing news from other media outlets about your topic, they see you are sharing their content. So you are already saying, I am helping you, and then they will help you to share your content. And then focus on branding. You know, the branding of your theme, like the community, you know, at the beginning we mentioned, like, what is your topic? What is the theme? What is your purpose? This is branding, you know, not only the colors and the graphic design. This is the branding, your theme, you know, open innovation, you know, plus, you know, companies or something. And then you are doing this. They know you because you are doing this. Or in our case of collab with, it's like we are doing collaboration innovation. They know we are doing collaboration innovation plus emotional intelligence. No, like we have a very specific branding. So this is the topic, you know, in the police, in the other topics you are doing, has to be super mega clear. Well, you know, clarity is the king and the queen of all the success. Okay, how to create an innovation ecosystem. So innovation ecosystems, to leverage funding, opportunities, collaborate faster, leverage knowledge, you know, between each other, support each other and network between each other to connect all the networks, you know, the drawing, to break all the silos. But we have to define innovation first, because, okay, you are transforming your customers into innovators. Maybe they don't know they are doing innovation. You know, maybe, I don't know, you know, you are doing innovation. So it's very important to clarify this, because if you have clarity, you bring clarity to your customer and to your community. We have to separate this, like you are doing as well R&D. So innovation is generating value from creativity. So when someone is adopting your idea, adopting and using it every day, this is innovation. Ideation is a process to generate ideas. That's all. Invention, and this is more R&D, they're creating new things are not existing before. And this is invention. And we keep it at universities, R&D labs, you know, R&D. Creativity is a quality to generate ideas or ways of doing things in different ways. So maybe now we can do another exercise before, I think that this is the last one. No, this is the before the last one exercise. So what does it mean innovation for you? And this is very important, because as you are a founder or part of a startup, and you are transforming the market with a new thing, a new solution, you have to define for yourself what does it mean innovation for you? Because you have to explain to your customers, like you are doing innovation with them, what does it mean innovation for you? So this is very important. So now you get a pen, your notebook, and as well you can write in the chat the definition of innovation from your perspective. And when some practical things. So when we finish this, you are recording, very good. But I will send to you via email, Estampes as well, the needs canvas and the next canvas we are going to see now, okay? So you can share with the attendees. Or I can share at the end of the via attachments here in the Zoom. But like you can share with the community after as well. Okay, Constantinos, Jasmine, when Smites, what is innovation for you? Revamping the foundation. Very good. Yeah, we go. Yeah, it's something like change the status quo, no? So let me see, we have more participants. Ilaria, Ignacio, Robert, Robbie, Talepanian. So what does it mean innovation for you? Okay, we'll continue, but you do the exercise here because this question will come from your customers and your community to you. So you have to have super clear answer. Create a specific answer to a specific problem that has a unique approach. Very good. And Giovanni said, yes, I agree with Constantinos. Another thing, like we are all here in R&D, you know, research projects, consortiums, it's very important to make a difference between knowledge transfer is not equal to go to market and is not equal adoption of innovation. Knowledge transfer is, you know, you share your knowledge, they share your knowledge and you are learning together. Go to market is more entrepreneurship, so what you are doing now. And adoption of innovation is the action of your customers to get your innovative solution. And this is when it's adopted. So when you think to create your innovation ecosystem, you know, or your community, you have to think beyond best friends, you know, or your, you know, the classical, typical people you will get into your community. You have to be super mega strategic. So here you have an example, you know, of 360 degrees of collaboration and with whom you can collaborate and with whom you have to create this innovation ecosystem and then community to do innovation, you know, together. Because at the end it's like, you know, connect people, breaking silos. So here is a way like, okay, who I need in my community, you know, think beyond the classical, typical actors. And then here we have another canvas, like I will share with Gwen at the end, like how you can define your innovation ecosystem. Because as a community, you know, we had the basics, theme, purpose, you know, the onboarding process, very, very practical. But you have to give, if you want to create more, you know, a professional, if you want to really break the rules of the community and go beyond, like to co-create. In this case, you have to think more in a strategic ecosystem, innovation ecosystem. And this is the canvas you can use to define your ecosystem. At the end, the conclusion will be like you create a manifesto. And this manifesto is, this is the knowledge we are bringing of the innovation ecosystem. That's how we help people. This is the purpose. This is the needs we are covering, the needs canvas. This is the solutions we provide, and this is the tools we are using for this. And this is the people are in our community. So this is a canvas, like it will help you, to more the thinking, the philosophy, the reflection, the finding the needs, finding all these small things, like, the versus spam versus an email, 50% of people open the email, this is the difference. This is the needs canvas, and the ecosystem canvas is helping you, to do this. So now an exercise. Think, pen, paper in the chat, your ecosystem actors for your innovation community and innovation ecosystem. Think about your actors now, in this, who is you need in your innovation community. So you can write in the chat very quick. They say, this is missing. I never thought about this, Everyone. No, Constantino, not everyone. So think about, okay. Maybe Constantino, you can explain your product so I can help you to find your actors. It's not, like when we were doing the exercise before, what is your user? So from this user perspective, what is your value chain? What is your supply chain? And then when you see this in more value chain, supply chain, you will see, okay, this, this is keeping you. Okay, when connecting academics to SMEs, okay, who you need there? Universities, research centers, innovation institutions, SMEs could be suppliers, like startups is included as well in SMEs. Maybe policymakers to create policies, they connect better this. Jasmine, officers, city council, citizens, perfect, Jasmine. For suppliers, schools, government, very good, Jasmine. Yeah. Super cool. See the time. Yeah, we'll continue. Very good. You have now like a cool framework for all the community and ecosystems. Here is a quote. People socialization is much more complex than personality. Taking care of all senses of a relationship, how to manage the process and how to bring people together is very important. So what does it mean from Australia, by the way? Like when you create a community, you are dealing with people. And managing people is complex. So in this sense, that's why, we had a very first part of the workshop in various points that you have to do this in a very clear way. Now we were more into the philosophical thinking. And now it's like, wow, you are managing people here. The leadership skills you need to manage the people in the community, is like how to help them listen, how foster this helping between each other, sharing knowledge, that's how you bring these people together in a good, nice, kind way. So how to start? So you have this ecosystem canvas. So you analyze yourself, but as well, you can do this with every actor. For instance, Jasmine, you have this clear and complex as well, city council, so you can use this ecosystem canvas to reflect on the innovation community you are building, and then with the citizens, you get 2 or 3 citizens, 2 or 3 officers, suppliers, schools, and everyone, they will explain you the needs they have, the problems. So this is a lot of information. So you can analyze this one by one, and then you put all only one canvas for you, for your community. And then the needs canvas is helping you as well to find the needs, hidden needs there. And then the other is collaboration, but this is how to help them interact between them. But now first is how we can create this community. So this is the next phase. Mindset for innovation ecosystem. You know, Professor Anton Kidd said, people socialization. So this is mindset. Frank Piller from Aachen said, we should connect one maker lab with another maker lab and bring people together, you know, because creative outcomes are coming from knowledge diversity. You know, in a community, you share knowledge, you learn from each other. And this is a huge increasing of innovation and creativity alone, only with this. And he said, we have to connect local innovation lab with virtual tools. You know, this platform we said at the beginning, what is your community platform? What is your social media platform? Your email platform? You know, it's about virtual tools, you know, like to connect the local things you have there, out there. Mindset. You need a structure. Okay, we create a structure already. Very good. To orchestrate the whole ecosystem. Because the objective is bring people together. Yes, we did. Good. Ecosystems is for entrepreneurs, researchers, team leaders, and organizations, you know, like Constantino said, everyone who wants to innovate, like they're related to your ecosystem, you know, not because they are researchers, they have not to be there. Yes, they are, they have to be there, you know, like together we are stronger. Yeah, because we help the transformation with our innovative solution, you know, all together, we help the people to adopt this innovation, you know, with the educational articles, posts, you know, everything we were talking about, you know, all the strategy for the first part of the workshop, you know, what to do, daily operation. Bring value, we discussed this a lot in every slide, bring value. It's not about we, I, it's about them, you know, our customers, how we can help them to bring people together to do the business better. And it's a transformational mission. You know, you need all the ecosystem to help you. So it's very important how you create this community. And how to help, you know, being nice, being kind, super important. So how to make people more empathetic, support members to active listening to each other, you know, with respect, help people to focus on positive interactions, positive energy, you know, be nice, you care about each other, and building relationships about all the ecosystem members. Help, you know, to help people to help. So it was interesting, before the pandemic, you see the date, 7 January 2020, Forbes mentioned ecosystem will drive innovation in 2020, before the pandemic. But this is how important is this part of connecting people, you know, digitally, because they are not with you in the same street, to do something together. So another technical slide here, you know, this connectivity. Energy flows where your attention goes. If you focus on a specific mailing list, make user interact with each other. You know, if you focus in giving value, that's what will go and do. And I think that's the last slide is about if you want a 30 pages guide of how to create innovation ecosystem for universities. I don't know if you are from universities, or more exercises for innovation every month. So you have there. And that's all. Let me know you have questions. I think we are on time. Yeah, we have very good on the time. So we have 6 minutes. Well, we can go a little bit more on your questions. And as well, I hope you have already your framework, you know, to kick off tomorrow with your strategy. Let me share again here as well the canvases. And meantime, you can ask questions.
Okay. And I'm going to make use of people are maybe thinking about their questions already. Thank you very much for this very interesting presentation. So indeed, I have recorded it, and we will make sure that all when we will make this recording, I think public, maybe on our website, on the DIH website. But we will make sure that you all get also the presentation so you can work further on this. And again, also my apologies for the chaos in the beginning. It was a bit murky.
No, it's okay. So I am sharing, I think you have in your Zoom chat the two canvases. So the ecosystem canvas and the needs canvas.
Great.
So you have, do you have questions? Giovanni, Ignacio, Ilaria, Jasmine, Constantinos, Robert, Robbie, Talaipian, Gwen, as well, you have question?
So I would suggest that you also maybe share your email address as well, if that's okay.
Okay.
Maybe the people, maybe you could put it in the chat, so people can maybe reach out to you if they have any further questions. Voilà. So there is an email address in the chat, everybody.
Yeah, you can contact me.
I will stop the recording now.
Okay, cool.